Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your computer teacher, and today we are going to continue with the same chapter, Cascading Style Sheets. In this session we'll discuss about CSS Float property and CSS outline properties. First we'll discuss about float property. Float property is used to push the position of an element to either left or right in relation to the other elements to wrap around it on a web page. For example, if you will not specify the float property and if you will set the float property to none, then you can see the output. If you will place an image and text, then the output will be like this. But if you will set float property to left, then you can see that the text is wrapped around the image, and same like if you will specify float right, then the output will be like this. Here we are having syntax of using float property, and we can declare float property by assigning a value, and here we are having the possible values that we can assign. One is left, right, none, and inherit. In case of left, it is used to float the element to the left. It is used to float the element to the right. And none, it is the default value. It specifies that the element is not floated and will be displayed just where it occurs in the text. So that means if you will not use float property, or if you will assign value none to float property, then no text will wrap around any image. Then next we are having inherit property. It is used to inherit float property from its parent element. That means in so many properties of CSS you will get this value inherit. Inherit means the property, if you will not specify, if you will assign inherit value to float property, then it will automatically inherit the style of parent element, and that style will be applied to the child element, to the element where you want to specify the float property as inherit. So the example is image float equal to right. Then next we'll discuss how we can use this property while writing the code. So here we are having an example. We are having an image and the paragraph containing the text, 3 lines we are having, and we didn't specify any float property here, and we are having a border around the image also. So this one is the code of this page. Here we are having a line of code for placing an image, and this one is a paragraph. And to draw a border around the image, we set this property border style colon solid, but it is not required, but I have already specified this. So in img tag I'll specify float colon left. If I'll specify float colon left, then you can see that the text is wrapped around the image, and text is on the image is on the left side and text is on the right side. If you will specify right, then now you can see that the image moves to the right side and text is wrapped around that image also. And next, if you will specify none, so that is the default, no need to specify none value to this property. No text will be wrapped around the image. Next we'll discuss about inherit value. I'll specify inherit. If you will check the output, then nothing will happen, because inherit property inherits the float value from the parent element. And in here, in this code, img tag is defined inside body tag. So that means the parent tag of img tag is body tag. So you have to specify float property inside body tag. I'll specify float left. Then now img tag will inherit the value of float property from the parent element. So that is the body element, and float property will inherit. So that means we have specified float inherit in img tag, and img tag will inherit the float value from its parent element. So parent element is the body element. So that is the use of inherit value in float property. Next we'll discuss about outline properties. The outline property in CSS is used to draw extra border around an element of a web page. Following are the outline properties: outline style, outline width, and outline color. The value of these properties and the name of the even properties are same like the border properties, as we have discussed in previous chapters, in previous sessions also. Next we'll discuss how to use these outline properties. First we are having outline style. This property decides the style of outline. Possible values are same as border style property. So the possible values are none, dotted, dashed, solid, double, groove, inset, outset. So these are the possible values that we can assign to outline property. Then next we are having outline width property. This property decides the width or the thickness of outline. So we can assign the values, number as pixels. If you want to specify a value as a number, then you have to specify that as a pixel. Then next we are having thin, medium, and thick values. After that we are having outline color. This property sets the color of outline. So we can specify the color of outline by specifying the name of color or the color code using hexadecimal or RGB value. Next we'll discuss how to use outline property in HTML. So here we are having an image and we have already set a border around this image. So now after this border we are going to specify outline property. I'll use outline style property first, and the possible values are solid. I'll specify solid or dotted or dashed. If I will specify solid, then now you can see an extra outline has been drawn around that image. So if you want to show it differently, then we have to specify outline color. I'll specify a red color because the default outline color is black. Now you can see that this one is the outline color around this image. You can also change the width, outline width colon 20px, or even you can also change if you want to clearly watch it. Then I'll specify the size of border also, 10px. I'll set. So this one is the border, black color is the border, and red colored, that is the outline of this image. And you can also set the outline as dashed. Now this one is the outline. So that is all about three outline properties. First is outline style, outline color, outline width. These properties and the values of these properties are similar to the border properties: border style, border width, and border color. Next we'll discuss about the difference between border and the outline property. In case of border, we can specify different value for all the four edges of border. That means you can set different color, different width for each and every edge of a border. We are having four sides of a border. That means we can set different value, different color, different width for all the four edges of that border. But in case of outline of an element is same for all edges. So that means you have to, if you will specify the width or color, that will be applicable on all the four edges at the same time, and we cannot assign a different value to each edge. And next, in border, the entire element is treated as a rectangular box which is split over several lines. That means border property treat each and every element, each and every HTML element as a rectangular object, and the border is always in the shape of rectangle. But on the other side, the outline around an element do not have to be rectangular. That means the shape of outline is depending on the shape of HTML element. And next difference is that the border surrounds an element, but the outline has a property called offset which allows the outline to be moved further inside or outside the element. That means we can draw outline inside the object or outside the object also, but a border always drawn outside the object. So that is all about the present session and even present chapter also. If you people are having any kind of doubt related to